Our site doesn't have that much content right now, so we've jumped ahead 30 days to a point where our site has more documents, more libraries, all kinds of things on it so that we can see how search is going to work. Because the chances are when you go to your first site, there will be lots of content there already, and you want to be able to find it. The way we normally find content in Windows is we go to a folder that we think of files in, and then we scroll and we look. That's how we do it most of the time. If you search diligently, good for you, but most users browse. When we go to Google, we search. Well, here in SharePoint, we're in a web. You want to search. So the first thing I want to do is I want to actually look for a document. It's in one of our libraries. I don't know which one, but it's called Black Box Projects. So I'm just going to enter Black Box and press enter, and there it is right here. Now, when I point to it, I can actually see a preview of it, and these are the headings at the start of the document. I can edit this document from here. I can choose to follow it, which is like following somebody on Twitter. I can view the library that it's in, which is the same as the Windows choice that says, show me the file's location. So I can choose View Library, and here we are in the precise library that contains this particular file. Now, that's in the file name. What if the text that I want is actually deep inside the file? For example, we have a new initiative on green building, and here we go. We have lots of information about it. Here it shows up in the lead certification memo. That looks good. Different documents. And on the left, we have these things that are called refiners. This allows us to narrow our results. So if I know what I'm looking for is a Word document, I can click Word, and that will really narrow it down. Or I can say, I'm looking actually for an Excel document, and notice how that works as well. Or by author, something that I wrote. So all of these work. Let's go back to home. Now I want to look for a document that Gerald provided some of the narrative. It was like a newsletter, so I'm just going to look for Gerald. And there we go. I think that's it. It's the no obstacle story that I'm wanting. That was cool. So I'm just going to click and see if this is it. Had some pictures in it, and it continues to load more of it. But this is actually what I'm looking for, so this is great. And I can either edit it here, or I can say that I'm done with it. I can just exit, and we can go back here. But what if I was actually looking for information about Gerald? Well, I can also search people. And when I do that, it's as if I were in Facebook looking for friends. And here she is. I can click, shows me documents she authored. I can find out information about her. She's the chief executive officer. Here are some things she's posted. We'll see more about this later. This is our social networking. So that works really well. If you end up here to get back, I can just go to Sites, and I can go back to our team site, and we'll be right back where we started from. So I can search here. I can search everything, search this site and any of its subsites like sport. So if I were to look for something on the sport site, because it's a subsite, a part of this site, it would find it. I know, for example, that there's a July 2012 sales report that's on the sports site, and here it is, right here. If instead of being here, I were actually on the sports site, and from here I went to look for that article that Gerald wrote, I would not find it. And the reason is, this is a subsite, a part of that prior site, so that overarching site has content, but I can't see it from here. In other words, as you go to sites that are lower and lower levels, more precise, more specific, you're searching always in a site and in the sites that are part of it, not the sites it is part of. But I could expand my search and search everything, and this is now searching every place that I have permission to search. And from here, I can choose people, I can search in conversations, I can even search in videos if I wish. So this is how search works. It works well. You can easily find almost anything you're looking for. Text, people, documents, items in lists. It all works. And then you can refine it based on the type of information you're looking for, who the author is, and even by the date it was modified. We can narrow this down and say, I'm only looking for things that Gerald posted or worked on today. Sure enough, there's the break-even analysis that she'd posted that I then modified later on. It's a great way to locate things. And as your organization is moving documents more towards SharePoint and less towards shared Windows drives, you'll want to make sure that you're not bringing all of your browsing habits out of Windows over here to SharePoint. Instead, when you come here, use search, because here it's powerful and it works and it will help you find what you need much more quickly.